February 15th, 2010, Jackson was diagnosed with a brain tumor. And it happened to be in the center of his brain, which kind of controls everything. That morning he woke up and he was walking almost like he was drunk. He was very ataxic. And you know, the mother's instinct kicks in and you're like, something's just not right. So I called the pediatrician and fought to get an appointment that day. Immediately I knew when they had another pediatrician coming to look at him and another pediatrician in the office coming to look at him that it was probably not good. So we drove immediately to Children's National in DC. Just knowing the reputation that it has, I feel blessed that it's in our backyard.
When Jackson first came to us at 2.5 years of age, he had a tumor in his brainstem. The brainstem is a very vital part of the brain in that it controls the most important functions of the body, including breathing and heart rate.
Unfortunately, even with the best of treatments, we still lose 9 out of every 10 children within 18 months of diagnosis.
You talk about like your heart breaking. It's an indescribable feeling to be in that moment. There's nothing that can describe how shattered you feel. I mean, your heart is literally in a million pieces. It hurts to breathe. But it was an 80% chance that it was terminal. And the MRI confirmed that it was slightly atypical, and so we grasped onto that, like that one difference. And they said, we can treat this as though it's still stage 4. It's still, you know, highly aggressive cancer, but we can try to treat this and see if it responds. And there's a 25% chance that it could. And that was all I needed.
We discussed with the Dundons the potential for trying a different type of therapy. What we decided to do was to go forward with aggressive high-dose chemotherapy. Indeed, after the first cycle, we did an MRI scan and we saw that the tumor was a little bit smaller, just about 2 millimeters smaller, but that gave us the strength to push forward and try more cycles. Eventually, he received 6 cycles in total of high-dose chemotherapy. In the last 3 cycles, we actually gave him back his own stem cells to help rescue his bone marrow from the toxic effects of the chemotherapy.
It gave us a lot of excitement that now if we came in with very focused radiation, we could potentially eradicate the tumor and not cause Jackson any irreparable long-term damage.
It was really scary to just be told that that was it. This is the last dose and we hope we get every cell. You know, and as the mom, you panic because to you, treatment was a security blanket. You were doing something, you were fighting. And to not be doing that and just waiting.
Jackson has done great. You know, he came in carrying his hockey stick, but all through this therapy, the family was great. They understood the uncertainty. They worked with us. Jackson was great. He was a great trooper. No, he never complained. He's such a little guy.
Here's a kid who lost the ability to walk. And to watch him running or hitting a home run, you almost want to scream to everyone around you, like, you have no idea how far he's come. This is a miracle. Like, it takes my breath away.
Jackson's tumor responded remarkably well. It shrunk away almost about 90% with the chemotherapy, which is probably better than we even expected. We work very closely as a team between neurology, neurosurgery, oncology, and make sure the quality of life is always a major goal for children. So we just don't treat the tumor, we treat the child.